That's no ordinary darkness. It feels powerful and familiar. Stay on your guard.
Are you the true soul? I'll take that as a yes. Listen up. Grab a torch, stay out of the dark, and move fast. The shadows have eyes. Go on.
No time to dally.
Lost in thought.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
I've got a long road ahead. Need to find a way forward.
I can feel the shadow's power here, but they don't seem to be harming me.
This beast didn't go down without a fight.
The shadow curse. Do you know what this means? She loves me. She must do. Carried away? Hardly. The proof is right there. Lady Shah wouldn't bless me like this. Those signs we found about dark justiciars. Perhaps they were no coincidence. Too big to be a spear wound.
No day, no night. It's as though time itself has abandoned this place. Similar to the astral plane in some ways. Wouldn't you say, Lae'zel?
Hardly. It is said that the astral plane is threaded with light and silver, life-giving and wondrous in all directions. I must set eyes on it, but I promise it is
Pile of
nothing
belongings,
like this.
forsaken to the curse, so that their owners could escape with their lives.
Assume nothing. A simple task.
I've got faith. I just got common sense too.
Have a lot on my mind. Well, in it. Mind my stab.
Well, hurry up. Shadows again.
Hey, boy.
You want the bone? Fetch! You see that blighter go? Swallowed whole by the shadow curse. Bet he was pure tasty. You're the true soul we're taking to Moonrise, I'm guessing. Don't worry, boss, you're in good hands. We've got a guide. Talk to Kansif inside. He'll run through it. You don't know? Oh, you're gonna soil yourself when you see him. But I won't spoil the surprise. That's for Kansif. Head on in. Wait, you're joking, yeah? But we're ready to go. You just need to tell Kansif inside. So I'll just go and, No. No!
True soul. An honor. Did you bring the lyre? Good. We were told to expect. Then pluck a tune, and our guide will come scuttling.
To it.
Someone pinch me, please. Really love to wake up from this nightmare.
Greetings, in the Absolute's name. You have been charged with guiding us.
New flesh for you, my queen. But who are they?
Best introduce yourself. Perhaps you'll listen to a true soul.
And apart from a torturer of liars.
More faithful of the Absolute. They need a guide.
Your minds connect, and you hear a whispered voice.
A true... Yes.
Every step into the darkness leads us away from the crash. Do not lose sight of our prize.
We have our queen's favor. She speaks to us, protects us, graces us with her blessing.
And her magic lamp.
And they are jealous of your gift, Majesty. But you gave it to us, and we always keep it close. No! Our queen gave it to us. If they wish to walk through the darkness alone, they are welcome to.
Oh, that's so. Maybe this'll change your mind.
No more demonstrations. Time is short. We need to go.
Yes, yes. We shall go. Your light leads the way, my queen. Are all ready? Bless us again, Majesty. Shine your light. Protect us. Come, follow and stay close. Do not leave
the light. Do not feed the shadows. You heard him. Move out! Come back! You must stay in the light. They should stay closer, my queen. They should stay in the light. Unless they want to become shadows. Return to the light. Do not stray. They must keep up. The shadows are hungry.
Ain't all got 10 legs.
Fine spot for patience. Majesty, you bless us with... Wait. Something's wrong, Majesty. Who's there? Show yourself! Harper's attack! Kill the cultists and get that lantern! Heretics! Villains in the dark!
These Harpers are clearly enemies of the Absolute. They could be worthwhile allies. But defend the guide and you may preserve your cover as a true soul.
Kill them! Turn the heathens to pieces! Take out the driver! We need that man! No more!
Victory.
Victory is assured. Good move.
Ready.
Guard against the darkness! You will die here. The Absolute is so.
can't slow down.
This darkness, it's cursed. I can feel it leeching the life from me.
I feel it too. Losing energy. Losing focus.
I fancy their chances.
In your name, Majesty!
Wretched little things. But no matter, Majesty, they are already dead, and soon forgotten.
You notice something odd on the fallen soldier. A faint glow about the face, like an aura fast fading. You can feel the power it held. Weak, but still divine.
All dead, Majesty. It is time for us to move on. Because their gods are weaker. None. They will hurry.
Very well.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes. Might as well take a look.
At the ready. Very well.
Indolence breeds madness.
The Dark Lady shields me. I can feel her.
Repositioning.
No time to rest.
There is work to do. I'd better do the talking. Let's see.
Charm, sure. At once. Of course.
more interesting times. They must get on. They must hurry.
Spell and sword alike were used to ravage this battlefield.
Imagine the glorious din of it all. The streaming banners, the charging knights, the piles of severed limbs and heads.
Shadows and heretics, Majesty.
I'd rather not. If it's all the same to you.
They can't stop us. Do the want to die in the dark, Majesty? They leave us again. Very well, my queen. We will wait.
Little twitchy stone skin. Afraid of the dark?
In this place, only a fool wouldn't be.
Come back! We must stay in the light, Majesty.
There is a darkness to these warriors that endures even now, long after their lives were spent. But who did they serve?
Do the want to die in the dark, Majesty? They leave us again. Very well, my queen. We will wait.
I want it back! Want it back now!
Stay close. The shadows are darkest here, hungriest here. Do not stray from the light, no matter what they promise you.
There's the tower now, big lad.
North, North Ripon. East, Wraithwind Toll House. South, Moonrise Towers. West, the waning moon.
Moonrise Towers
Approach
at
your
last.
sanctuary,
Make
Majesty.
no mistake. I will have...
We're close. I can feel it. The Absolute. Its power is strong here.
New meat, Drider.
Oh, the Queen said them. Her Majesty's flesh grows full and glorious.
Helped us with some harpers on the way too. They're shadow bait now.
Move.
His thoughts seek yours, searching, grasping. Your parasite squirms in recognition.
Disciple else in the Great Hall. She'll be wanting to see you. Rest of you, head on in.
Others will go in, but I will go up. My Queen summons me to her chapel to be in her presence. I hear you, sweet Majesty. I am coming, my Queen.
Not to diminish our efforts, but it was rather simple getting here in the end, wasn't it?
There can be no doubt. This is the place. This is where we'll discover the secret of the Absolute.
Another true soul. The disciple will want to see you through the main doors.
Even those once called monsters.
I did as I was told! Followed every order I was given!
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
Take it up with Minthara! She's the one who...
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
You failed to retrieve the artifact. You failed to protect your true soul. You do not deserve to live.
You ain't serious! You can't be!
General Thorm?
Let our newest arrival speak. You have seen what these creatures are capable of, and you have seen their inadequacies, isn't that so? What is your judgment?
We did as we were told! We're loyal to the Absolute! Tell him!
Enough! True soul, tell the General how the goblins served our cause.
Thank you!
I'm sure they were very enthusiastic. We are too close to the ending. And the new kill them, quickly.
What? No! You could...
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again.
No! No!
Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, put that true soul to use. You have far more important matters to attend to. Or have you forgotten?
Of course not, my lord. Thank you. We heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish. They are yours. You can release them, kill them, or feed them to each other for all I care. Here in the seat of the Absolute.
Yeah, you ain't gonna do anything drastic, are ya? We've been nothing but loyal. Crazy.
Oh, you exhaust me. Compassion is not the seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood. We must learn what fuels his power.
You're keen. Just don't get carried away. Some of those guts might be of use to us unspilled, at least for a while.
I'm better than to indulge every craving, Shadowheart. But when the time is right, the Absolutists will feel the sting of my blade.
General Thorm's prayers and preparations must not be disturbed. The rooftop is limits.
Even you, disciples?
Everyone. Excellent timing. The goblins. Tell me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly. She sees the goblins walking free.
Explain yourself. I didn't expect... I was hoping you'd be able to help with something more important, but you're only fit to muck out the jail cells. I'm going to have to
experiment replicating the conditions that brought this facility to this location. This is something we must do face to face.
Xenon spotted. Engaging. Pirate spotted.
Hey, how's it going? That sounds exciting. Yeah, doing my game chores. Game chores. Game chores. Yeah, that's where I log into the games that I support for the last, I don't know, 8, 9 years or whatever, and I get my free thing, and then I go to the next one. If it has a mission that I can do, I'll do that mission, and then go to the next one. That's me. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes the rain will just make a mess. Yeah. You got good drainage where you're at? Well, barbecue. Me and my dogs. I have a barbecue. That's awesome. Uh-huh. Oh, didn't you already ask them? Didn't they tell you it's only 7 days or something? Got it. Yeah. Well, if you got a good excuse, right? One that you can actually validate. Yeah, you might have a pair of rubber ducks you can put on and go out there and do it, but all you do is make a mess so you have to clean up later and look at practical ramifications. It's like finding yourself a gift that you really want, but you can't rationalize it, whether you can afford it or not. But I bought this when I was poor. What's that? Hmm. Yeah, I know. It's like the format is set up, before they even had a bunch of formats to look at, and why they don't change it, saying this is a standard. It's supposed to be expected. This it's like I was saying to you a while back, about a year ago, that they just like a small truck is supposed to be able to hold a 4x6 of plywood. A larger one is supposed to fit this plus the framing wood, a medium size. A full size is supposed to do two of the 4x6s and two stacks of framing wood. But, it should be the same way. You should be able to do, in the smallest cargo, you should be able to do two 1SUs side by side for 8 or something like that, and then the next thing up and up, and then, so that way that if you have an Ursa, that Ursa fits in every medium cargo hold, across the board. No guessing. It has the right ceiling height. It has the right entry height. Everything works. That's what they should do. It might change the shape of something, but yeah, I'm right there. Yeah, well, the only ship that you can fit it in, like I was telling you before, is a Retaliator, and it doesn't necessarily have to have the cargo modules. Mm-hmm. Can't we only put one size 5 in there? Mm-hmm. Yep. It's like you have to, like, first get a Connie to move all your size 5s, like the Taurus or something like that. You have to get, well, no, well, you have to mount them. You have to mount them, then take them off in inventory, go all the way back. Well, at least the Taurus has room for the other shit, doesn't it? Can it? Hmm. Yeah, I've got a pretty large account too. Spent almost 15K on this. Oh, oh, wow. Hmm. Yeah, I did a lot of experimenting with the clipping. Like, for instance, if you call up a cargo and you have a flare item on it as well, they'll clip and you can't bring up any of, stuff like that. It should be framing itself, but it's not. Stems from the top. I think they think the cash will just keep coming. They're not worried about it. He's not worried about it. Now he's got China on board. He's going to be able to make cash on that one until they basically take it away from him or replicate it. It's hard to say, but there was those plates were $1,500 at that bar and thing that they just had. $1,500, and the place was fallen. Huh? And if you try to Google or check online or do any of the deep search AI searches, you won't find anything about Star Citizen in China. The only thing you'll find is a single org. So there's either a complete blockout on it, from the Chinese side of it, of a larger company that wants to either host their own Star Citizen there, or they're looking at trying to keep it mum because they know that it's not really a friendly target or a client. A lot of us don't want Hong Kong people sitting on the board or in the tech part of the company. There's a lot of companies, that have just been mauled over by Tencent. Warframe is one of them. And yeah, I go in, I get my free thing, and I leave because I'm hoping that someone will buy it back from them. Started out of a little place that probably made some of the best Unreal expansions, and they made their own game because they got tired of the like the hermitage from one game to another, living like gypsies. So they made their own game called Warframe, and nobody would help them or whatever. So they basically starved for about 5 or 6 months to get something out, and they did it all themselves. And eventually, a company in Hong Kong before China took over bought a big old working part of it, and so it was no longer being hosted in Canada or any of those other things. Now it was being ran from Hong Kong as soon as the Chinese took over. So, little speculation there. They're playing the long game. Well, look at this. Let's build a wall. It's going to take 900 years. That's not a problem. It's how about something else is scary, and that's is Elon Musk and his friendliness with the Chinese with this Tesla stuff and so on. What if they get hold of the SpaceX? What's to say that he's not giving them SpaceX information?
Awaiting orders.
Oh yeah. But it's still going to be made in China. There's a really good story that I tell people when they're worried about what Chinese is made. Well, this is based on history, and they stole plans for the fastest train on Earth that was developed, designed, and made in Germany. They got all the plans to it. They found out exactly how it works, densities, everything, and then they made it in China. And then all these really super rich people and everything like that get on the maiden maiden experiment for it or whatever, and they took it up to like 200, 300 miles an hour, and the tracks broke. The train broke before it even came off the tracks. Several of the backbones of each of the cars cracked. They had no idea whatsoever how to really make something to that highest specification. None whatsoever. And the whole thing just tore itself off the track and killed all the people. It's other like a Tiananmen Square kind of a thing. You know, you can't really search for it. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Yeah. Still made in China. Yeah, yeah. Still made in China. That's where I'm going to hope for right there. Yep, that's what I heard. That's crazy. The Russian one? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they only had the redos of those Russian ones. It's called the Fujian. 80,000 tons. It's called the Fujian. It's called Fusion. Mm. Build them underground. Underground and underwater. Wow. Maybe it's time to unmothball the old Iowas. The Iowa class stuff that we have. Throw some Aegis on them and the whole bit. Did we do two like that? Didn't we do two Iowa class cruisers, or excuse me, battleships? Didn't we upgrade two of them? Four. Okay. Okay. Are they just mothballed right now in their museum status? All right, so we can still take them out. Yeah. It's kind of a side topic, but you know the USS United States, right? It was the fastest ship to actually go across the Pacific Ocean, or excuse me, Atlantic Ocean, has a world record. That sucker just got pushed out of dock. Do you know that story? No, they no, they just told her to get out of dock because she wasn't paying her rent. So they got to find a place to rebirth her. She's got really good bones. I mean, almost every engineer that I've seen, last engineer report I saw was 2 years ago, and they said that it would not be hard to recommission the ship. It has hardly any damage on it whatsoever. They said, quote unquote, it's got good bones. And you know that it was set up not only for like a modern kind of a cruise ship or whatever, but it was also set up as a hospital ship, you know, and well, just enough to get it out of dock. They just had no place to park it. It's too bad. I don't know. I don't know, but it'd be a shame to just to for somebody not to just grab it and do something with it. Could you imagine if they do like a throwback? You know, they set it back up with this 1950s nostalgia kind of stuff, and then you know all the crew and everything like that wear stuff from the 50s, and they do everything like so you like step back in time. I think that would still work. It'd be a different kind of cruise. Offer them an extra dollar. Don't leave anybody stranded for an extra dollar. I know this. Here's a topic that's really might be too controversial for you or whatever, but me and some of my GI friends we were talking about it, and there's this thing out there called Project 2025, and we were looking at it, and we were looking at the exact same thing that what Hitler was doing in the early 30s, and the exact same thing that the German populists tried to do in order to create a coup in Germany to get rid of Hitler, like with a power move. And of course, you know, one was successful, the other one wasn't. And you know, they're pretty nervous that this isn't the same kind of thing. This 2025 plan, it's the exact same thing of taking over the government and you know moving people out of power, changing the way that some of the positions are handled, getting rid of anybody that's not particularly their party, you know, whatever. Here in the U.S., Trump's all in. Yeah, Trump's all in on it. I'm scared. Hmm. What's that? They also use the word republic because it's always interchangeable. I hear them use the word republic too, because they're somewhat interchangeable. Because I remember just on ABC last night, you know, ABC and CBS is where I watch my news. And that way I don't get the, you know, the Fox stuff, I don't get the MSNBC stuff, I don't get the CNN crap. I just get the news. I don't get 9 people on the board to tell me what to think. I got a guy up there reports it and then lets me do what I want to do to figure it out, what he just told me. You know what I mean? CBS and ABC. They haven't they, well, the China stuff for ABC is bad. CBS, any place that you can get news from ugly people, most likely it's going to be a good deal. And then I check what they say with a thing called Stephanopoulos. Yeah, yeah, he's not someone I like. There are the other, just the normal news, not anybody's opinion news. You get something that's fair. Uh huh. No, I ain't the one I watch. The other one too is I'll take take that, and there's a thing called ground news. Are you familiar with that? What it does is it goes across the board, like you know, where these different news agencies are centered, and they have their take on each of the stories from those from far left all the way to the right. And what you can do is you can just average out the stories, and you figure out where the truth is. You follow me? And it is so much easier. I mean, they've got everything in there from Al Jazeera all the way to BBC to Deutsche Welle. You know, somewhere there in there is going to be the original truth, and then you can also see a time scale where that particular that story broke. You follow me? So you get to see how people twist it, and you figure out, okay, these 9 things are the same, so therefore it must be right, and they don't look like talking points. Hmm. Yeah, take a look at that ground news. I think you'd like it. But that whole 2025 thing, it really is it's a coup of sorts to make it so we end up with a dictator or we end up with a king, one of the two. The all right. Right, republic. Mm, mm-hmm. Yeah. But it sounds that sounds all good and everything, but would you trust Trump to execute it? Right, but so you take that, right? You take the plan that you have, though, and Trump gets it there and taints it. The guy who wanted to throw out the Constitution, the guy who talked that said that all those World War II and World War One vets are all suckers and losers, the guy who killed all those people in Kuwait by saying, okay, all the GIs are pulling out while the GIs are still there, and the Turkish and the Russians came in and started killing the same people that we did ISIS. Trump did that. Trump did that. Trump did that. I was there. I was there. He did it. Yeah, you were in Syria. No, no. He didn't do those things. He pulled those things. He pulled all the protection. He pulled out of us supporting the Kurds for ISIS, and he did because of the oil. He let the oligarchs come in and take all the oil in Syria. Serious. Yeah, he had us all pull out. And the last place, the last oil well that we kept, we were there. We actually had to fight Wagner. I wasn't in the service anymore, but I was a contractor, and he let those because of what he did, those Wagner guys came in and tried to actually drive us out. And if it wasn't for the air, the air support that we got, we would have been annihilated. There just was not enough of us. He did that. The agreement the agreement that we had when for the Ukraine thing, when it first started looking like that when they first took those things, the very first parts of that ground, it was before Biden got in power. When they first started, when they moved in and said, "Oh, the Donbass, they're liberating themselves from Ukraine," and there was all those, they call them little green men, guys from Russia. Well, the United States signed an agreement with Ukraine, and so did Russia, saying anybody, if anybody attacks you, we'll have your back. So therefore, you need to give up all your nukes. You need to give up all your military equipment. You need to give up all this stuff. Russia grabbed it all up, of course, and then you'll be like a barrier between NATO and that, and then you get to be your own country. And they were the ones that came in, and we're the ones that didn't support them when Russia did come in. Obama did. He did a lot of crap in Syria. We wouldn't have had to go into Syria if he didn't kept on drawing a line across the sand and saying, "Don't cross this line. If you cross this line, we're going to do something." Okay, if you use chemical weapons, we're going to do something. And if you guys use chemical weapons on people, we're going to do something. And it just goes on and on and on. But in Trump's case, he killed people I knew by giving up on us. He killed people. All those Kuwaiti guys and so forth that